Okay, so let's talk about the setup of your DIY Pro Pack solution. Your toolkit consists of 4 low-profile air movers, 1 LGR dehumidifier, and we also have a air scrubber. So what I'm going to do is we're going to imagine this area is a room. I'm showing you 2 walls and a corner. This is the wet area. Our water mainly is back here. Of course, it's out here on the floor. We've mopped it up, got rid of the standing water. There's an imaginary wall over here to my right, and there's an imaginary wall here on my left. I'm going to set this dehumidifier up. I'm going to set up the air movers and explain what I'm doing. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take an air mover off the top and I'm going to set it over here on the side. Now I can set these air movers up so that they stand up and blow air this way. I can set them down so they do this. If I set the air mover standing tall, that's going to put the air in this direction, and it's going to help dry. If I have water that's migrated up the wall this way, it's going to help dry up here. If I don't have any water up any higher than, say, maybe my baseboard, I may want to put my air movers down like that. Notice I have my air movers at about a 45-degree angle to the wall. This air mover is going to want to be in the same air circulation pattern as that air mover. So I'm going to want to put this air mover in this direction. Because what I don't want to do is have my air movers fighting each other. Because all that's going to do is create turbulence. The purpose of the air movers is to get the moisture out of this area and bring it out towards the dehu so that the other water migrates towards the dehumidifier to help the drying process. So I'm going to take my next air mover. I'm going to put it on this wall, my imaginary wall, and my last air mover would be on this wall. And maybe here I have water coming up the wall, so maybe I'll put this one up like this. It doesn't matter whether they're all down or some are up. I kind of have to use my imagination on where I want that airflow. But notice they're all going to bring air in the same direction. The next product I'm going to set up is going to be my dehumidifier. My dehumidifier is the most important piece. With its collapsible handle, it's easy to maneuver. I have a drain hose. My drain hose is simply connected. One end here. The snap, that quick disconnect, is easily removed and provides a leak-proof, watertight connection. I take the other end of my tube, and I want to find a home for this. This needs to go in a toilet, a tub, a sink, out a window, someplace where the water can expel. If none of those are available, you could use a 35-gallon garbage can. A lot of the custodians have rolling trash cans and things like that. Just make sure that that tube stays in there. You don't want that thing to fall out. My power cord. Take my power cord, simply take it off the machine. I'm going to plug my power cord in, and I'm going to find a 110 outlet for it. One of the things that's really nice about my XPOWER equipment is that on the back of my air movers, I have independent circuits that allow me to plug maybe one fan into another fan into another fan, so that in this situation, only one of these 4 fans have to find the wall. If I'm close, I can plug this one into a wall, maybe that into that, into that, and that into the wall. But it allows me to have more AC outlets. And last but not least is my air scrubber. My air scrubber is so that I can have the air that's circulating get filtered throughout the room. You know, we don't know all the different particles that are in the room and stuff like that. So my air scrubber allows me to have filtered air that's not only filtered, it filtered down as low as 99.97%, as small as 3 microns in size, and that's called HEPA filtration. Okay, so as you can see, I have all my equipment set up. And again, this is a small room. We've got 2 imaginary walls, but for educational purposes, I think we can make this work. I have this air mover back here at the beginning, pretty much of this wall. And I noticed that I have a little water up about 5-6 inches on the drywall. So I've got this one standing up on edge so that my air stays on the wall. This air mover over here, air's in the same direction. I'm 45-degree angle from the wall. Same thing over here, same thing over here. I have my dehumidifier in the center, and I have my air scrubber here. And if you'll notice, I'm not creating any large amounts of turbulence. So here's what we need to do next. Let's go out and shut the doors, shut the windows, so I can capture this environment so that we can create an extreme dry, relative humidity situation. So now I'm going to go around and I'm going to turn on my equipment. So let's do that. If I turn it all on, it's going to get so noisy you're not going to be able to hear me. So my air movers now are running. Remember, the majority of my water leak was over here. So this air mover is driving moisture and air this way. This air mover is driving it this way. This air mover is hugging the top of the wall. And we've created this vortex, if you will. And so what's going to happen is we're going to make this moisture over here migrate out. So as we bring the moisture out, we're going to get hidden moisture to migrate towards this dehumidifier. So let's turn our dehu on. Remember, we found a drain for this hose. It's either out a window, it's in a tub, it's in a barrel, a bucket, a toilet, someplace. Secure the hose so that it doesn't come out. We've got this set up. So what I can do now is I can take my meter, I can turn my meter on, and it's going to tell me the relative humidity of the air and the temperature. Basically now, it's like watching paint dry. We've got rid of the standing water, closed our windows and doors, we set our air movers up, our dehumidifier up, we have our air scrubber going. So basically, I can leave, come back, and monitor the situation and make sure that we're still obtaining that extreme dry solution that we desire. So be sure and visit us for more videos, www.xpower.com. And if you have any questions, you can call the 800 number you'll find on that website. Thanks for watching.